Hello students, thank you sa mga nag-avail sa tutorial services natin. So let's try to solve some notes. So for this video, we will try to solve number 1, example problem number 1 sa reinforced concrete na subject or sa reinforced concrete na notes pala. So let's start. So I think yung progress ng mga problems dito, same din, no? Same sa typical na topics. Bale, una yung singly reinforced, and then doubly, and then you have the slab, and then the column, and then the foundation. So, try natin solve yung number 1. So, for problem number 1, we are given with the following data. For a singly reinforced rectangular beam, so we have a width B na 300, we have height na 500, FC prime is 21, and Fy is 414 MPa. And then ang steel covering, so tawagin natin yung covering na C sub C. That's actually 65 mm. And then we have 625 mm diameter bar. So ilagay ko lang agad yung 625 mm since the variable that we can get from this is the area of the steel bar. So inilagay ko lang agad na 6 times yung area na agad, no? Pi over 4 times 25 squared. I think okay na yan. Sige. So we are to determine the following problems. Number 1 is the reinforcement ratio in percent. Again, reinforcement ratio is just equal to rho. I hope naalala nyo pa. So reinforcement ratio rho is simply equal to AS over BD. Be careful, that's not AS over area of concrete, but rather AS over B times D. Iba kasi yung area ng concrete, which is B times H. Iba din yung B times D. Diba? So AS, that's actually, nasolve na natin yan. That's AS yan. And then BD, B times D. However, wala pa tayong depth, no? But we can actually solve the effective depth. Pwede natin i-solve first yung effective depth. So, lagyan natin dito. Solve muna natin yung effective depth. So, depth is simply equal to the total height of the concrete beam minus the clear cover. By the way, sinabi ba ditong clear? Sinabi ba ditong center-to-center cover? So, although hindi sinabi dito na center-to-center, I think we can assume, no, na the covering is center to center. Again, ganito yan, ha? So, yan. So, ito kasi yung B mo. Ang height na binigay sa problem, which is ito, this is actually 500. However, what we want, that's actually H. What we want is actually the depth, effective depth D, which is from the center of the steel bar. Now, what is given in the problem, sinabi niya na ang cover is 65, but careful kayo, kasi sometimes the covering is from the clear cover or from the, yung bottom ng steel bar to the extreme fiber ng concrete or bottom ng stirrups pala. But anyway, dito sa problem, wala namang sinabi. So we can assume that the steel covering, So dito sa problem, wala namang sinabi na clear cover to. So we can assume that the 65 mm covering is from the center of the steel bar. So diretso na, depth is height minus the clear cover. So we have a depth equal to 435. So diretso na agad. Yan. So rho is equal to AS over BD. So you have rho equal to 0.023. However, if you are solving the problem, no, especially if the problem is situational, as much as possible, do not use up to 3 decimal places sa rho. You can actually have siguro hanggang 6 decimal places. Usually what I do, I store the value of rho sa calculator. Diba? You can actually store the value of rho. Meron man yung mga variables dyan para at least you can get the exact value. Okay? So, I hope okay tayo for number 1. Sige. Next, for problem number 2, the depth of compression concrete block in millimeters. So, compression concrete block is actually the variable A, no? Hinahanap. So, how can we solve for the depth of concrete compression block? So, it's very easy, no? You can actually get the value of A, yung concrete block, using this equation, C equals T. Yan. So notice, sa equation na C equals T, ano nga ulit yung C? C is actually the total compressive force, no? Now, compressive force, if nakalimutan nyo, for beams, that's actually equal to stress times area. Diba? Force is stress times area, man. So, ang stress natin for concrete, C kasi sa concrete man yan, that's actually 0.85 times FC prime. Yan yung stress. Now, the area of the concrete will be the concrete compression block, which is ang A times ang B. Notice in this case, all of the variables are given. All of the variables are given except for A. Now, equals, this is equal to T. Ano yung T? T is actually ASFS. However, also, it can also be ASFY provided na nag-yield ang steel. Now, dito, pag singly reinforced, tapos, notice the problem is actually asking us yung design moment capacity ng beam, no? So, this is actually, dalawa kasi yan, merong problem sa beam na analysis, meron ding problem sa beam na design. When we try to design, as much as possible, we want the steel to yield. However, itong problem, no, this is actually analysis kasi na-design na ang beam, meron na tayong beam which is 300 by 500, merong steer bars, hindi natin alam yung capacity. So, this is actually analysis. Sa analysis, there are cases na nag-yield ang steel, pwede din na hindi nag-yield ang steel. But, you can have your assumption. Ako, I will assume first na nag-yield ang steel. So, I will use the equation AS times FY. Para, notice, sa whole equation, the only unknown is A. Okay? So, check down natin. By the way, you have your calculator. Ako, ito lang yung gagamitin ko, ha? Anyway, if you will write, medyo matatagal kasi sa video pag isusulat ko pa lahat. But anyway, ang idea niyan is the only unknown in this equation is actually ang A. Meron kasi akong shortcut. I can actually use this one. At then, pwede kong ilagay agad na solve for A. Solve A para masolve niya agad ang A. Check natin. Uy, medyo lag. Yan. Agad nakuha ko na 227 ang value ng A. Now, you can use your calculator. Ito, for example, 0.85. Check natin ha. 0.85. FC prime is 21. FC prime A is unknown, which is sa calculator ninyo, X ang nandyan. X times B is 300. Equals AS, which is, ano ba yung AS natin? Sandali. Easy naman. 294, no? 2945.243. And then times FY na, ano ba yung FY natin? 414. And then shift solve. Yan, A is actually 227. However, as we go on through the video, I'll not be using the calculator para sa shift solve. I will use the calculator sometimes as a checking lang. However, para mas madali, diretso na tayo dito using the software natin. Sige, so that's 227. However, mind you ha, although nakakuha na tayo ng sagot na 227, always check kung tama ba yung assumption mo. Kasi dito, I assume na nag-yield ang steel. So, it's important to check, nag-yield ba talaga ang steel? Kasi pag hindi nag-yield, then you cannot actually use this equation. Sir, how do we check if nag-yield ang steel? You actually have the equation of Fs. I hope naalala nyo pa. So, the equation of Fs is actually equal to 600 D minus C over C. Sir, wala tayong C. Diba? But we can actually solve C. Diba meron din tayong equation for C. C is actually equal to A over beta 1. Okay? Beta 1. By the way, all of the equations are actually present in your notes. I believe binigyan kayo ni Sir Diguma, no? So, dito. Yan. I think, saan ba yung equation? Yan. Basta, nandito yan sa mga beams. Ay, tayo. Yan o, no? You know? Ay, RC1 man yan. Ito. Diba? Ito yung kanina. 0.85, FC prime, ASFS, mga ganyan. Sige. So, balik tayo dito. Yan. So, by the way, B or beta 1, actually, ang beta 1 is dependent on the value of FC prime. So, lagay muna natin dito ang beta 1 sa variable kasali yan. So, notice, ang FC prime natin is less than 28. Pag ang FC prime less than 28, so beta 1 is actually 0.85. Ha? I hope maalala niyo yan. That's actually, diretso na yan. Nasa code din yan. So, we can actually solve C equal to 267.882. Now, we can now solve for Fs. Notice, ang sagot natin sa Fs is actually 374. Therefore, mali yung assumption natin. Bakit? I assume, ito yung ginamit ko. If I will use this equation, what I will have is A equal to 227. So, before you can actually highlight this one or before you can actually select this one as the final answer, nag-check tayo kung nag-yield ba o hindi. Now, notice na hindi nag-yield, meaning mali yung sagot natin. Ibig sabihin, you need to solve again the value of A, but this time, assume that still does not yield. Okay? So, dito sa software na gagamitin ko, kalimutan ko muna yung value ng, kakalimutan ko yung value ng A at saka ng C at saka ng Fs. Okay, bali, kukuha tayo ng bagong values. Now, to get the new values, you will still use the same equation. Yan. But instead of Fy, I'll be using Fs. So, wrong, no? Nakalagay ko lang dito, wrong. Ano bang spelling ng wrong? Yan na, wrong. Still does not yield. Nako, tama bang spelling? Still does not yield. Okay, so instead of Fy, I'll be using Fs. Okay, now, dito, notice, maliban sa unknown ang A, unknown din ang Fs. So, you cannot actually use your calculator directly para mag-shift solve. So, what we will do is actually resolve Fs, okay? We will write Fs as a function of A. Now, meron na tayong equation sa Fs, di ba? Ito yung equation ng Fs. Yan. 600d minus c over c. Now, sir, unknown din ang c. Di ba? But you can actually write c in terms of A. But it's up to you, ha? But tingnan nyo. Ang Fs, gagawin kong 600d minus, ano nga ulit yung c? C is actually A over beta. A over beta. Ganyan. Okay, so therefore, I can actually rewrite this whole equation into like this. Notice, sa equation na to, the only unknown is A. Now, you can now use your calculator. Now, ang ibang mga solution, ang ginagawa nila is they still use this one. Ito pa din yung equation. Pero, tingnan nyo, ito, bali, ang babaguhin nila is hindi yung Fs. So, they will retain the value of Fs na 600d minus c over c. But instead of ang unknown is A, ang unknown will be C. Ito niyo, papalitan ko to. Ito, sadali ha. Ito, lalagay ko to dito. Okay? You can either use this equation or you can use this equation beta C. Ano ba ang value ng A? Papalitan ko tong A. So, A will be beta times C. Notice, itong dalawang to, same. Isa lang ang unknown, which is, dito, sa left side, ang unknown is ang A, which is yan yung hinahanap natin na value. Dito sa right side, ang unknown is ang C. Diba? But they are still the same. Pinalitan lang natin. Dito, pinalitan natin ang Fs by 600d minus c over c. Dito naman, pinalitan natin ang A by beta c, which is ito naman yung equation sa A. So, you can still solve dito. Tingnan nyo. Let's try to use this equation. Solve natin ang value ng A. By the way, you can use your calculator directly to solve for the value of A. Ako, ito na lang para mas madali. Notice, the value of A is 2 to 1. Kasi quadratic kasi sa dalawa. 2 to 1. Now, dito naman, ito, ang value ng C. Check na natin kung ano yung value ng C. So, C. Ang C is 260. But, from the value of C, you can actually solve the value of A. So, A, tawagin natin itong C. A is actually equal to, ano nga ulit yun? Beta C. So, yan. 2 to 1. So, ito na yung sagot natin. So, ang A pala is actually equal to 221. Okay? So, I hope okay tayo dyan, ha? Ay, so nagkamali. Clear ba natin? Ito pala. Sorry. So, A is equal to 221.319. Okay? So, I hope okay tayo dito. So, ito na lang. Okay? So, this time, tingnan nyo, this time, we can now check, no? Tingnan nyo, ang makuha natin is 221. Ito na yung tamang value ng concrete stress block. Again, hindi itong 227 kasi upon checking using 227, it did not yield. Check down natin kung ano yung value ng, by the way, from this, C is equal to 260. No? Check down natin kung ano ang value ng, check natin kung ano yung value ng Fs. So, Fs is ito. Yeah. So, this time, the value of Fs is 402.399, which is okay lang. Kasi, ang Fy is 404. And then, ang equation kasi natin dito, we assume that still did not yield. Okay? Ito yung equation kasi natin. So, yan. Nakuha natin ang A na. So, pwede natin ilagay dito. Okay. Still. still does not yield. Okay. Sige, so next problem. Design moment in kilonewton meter. Okay, so we will try to solve for, excuse me. So we will try to solve for MU. Okay? So ang equation ng MU, if you remember, MU is simply equal to PF, not PF prime rather. MU is phi mn, no? Phi mn. So yung equation natin na phi yan. Phi times mn. Wherein mn, ang gagamitin natin sa mn since meron tayong area. Dalawa kasi yung equation ng mn. You can use, mn basically is just the moment man. So you can use the concrete stress block or you can use the steel bar. Now dito meron naman tayong steel bars. Yan yung gagamitin natin. Oh, actually hindi pala pwede kasi hindi nag-yield. But anyway, meron tayong Fs, no? Anyway, ito na lang. So, ang mn, gagawin natin, ang equation ng mn will be, ano ba yan? C. Kopyahin natin ang C. Mn is C times D minus A over 2. You can have this equation for mn or you can also have this equation for mn, ASFS, times D minus A over 2. Same pa din yan, ha? Same lang ang sagot sa dalawa. Okay? So, check natin dito. Uy, sorry. Tingnan natin sa baba. Yan. So, dalawa ha, ang equation ng mn, kaya yung bahala kung ano yung gagamitin niyo. You can have C times, that's C times D minus A over 2, or also equal to T times D minus A over 2. Okay? Now, ang problem dito is actually ang phi. Kasi, if you remember, meron tayong limit sa phi. Saan na ba yun sa notes natin? Yan. So, the value of phi is actually dependent if it is tension controlled, if it is compression controlled, or if it is transition controlled, no? Or sa transition zone. Now, ganito yan, ha? If it is tension controlled, okay? Meaning, yung Fs or, yung Fs niyo is actually greater than 1,000. 0.002. So, sandali ha. Meron akong notes dito. Hanap tayo na mas magandang figure. Wala. Kalimutan ko yung figure dito. But anyway, meron tayong figure para dito. Actually, mas madali na yung notes dito ni Sir. Supposedly kasi sa video, sa figure, ang basis natin for tension controlled, sa figure, sa mga books pa, ang basis for tension controlled, compression controlled, at saka transition controlled is the strain. However, let's be honest, medyo mahirapan tayo na pa if we're talking about strain. So, kaya mas maganda na ang pinag-uusapan natin is yung stress. Mas familiar tayo sa stress kaysa sa strain. So, tension control daw, if ang strain mo is greater than 0.005, however, notice, sa whole solution natin, hindi tayo nag-mention dito ba, sa whole solution natin, hindi tayo nag-mention ng strain. However, we mentioned stress. Now, an equivalent stress for a strain na an equivalent stress for a strain na 0.005 is actually equal to 1,000. So, basically, i-multiply mo lang to by 200,000 MPa. Kasi yan yung sa steel ba, ang modulus of elasticity. So, if ang stress mo is greater than 1,000, it is tension controlled. Okay? Now notice, ang stress natin is not greater than 1,000. Ang stress kasi natin is 402. So that's not greater than 1,000. So hindi ito tension controlled. Let's check daw if it is compression controlled. Now, if it is compression controlled daw, it is less than actually, this is from the old code. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be given with the new value. But supposedly, no, ang compression controlled, hindi na to 0.002. This is actually EY na yan, epsilon Y, or the yield strain. Basically, ang yield strain is equal, ang equivalent stress for the yield strain is the Fy. Okay, hindi yan 0.002, that's epsilon Y, epsilon sub Y, or EY, yield strain. So, notice, check na natin kung less than Fy ba. Okay? So, ang stress natin dito, is actually less than Fy. So therefore, compression control tayo. Again na, bali ganito yan ha. So, if I'll try to draw, you have the Fy and you have the, you have Fy and 1000 MPa. Okay? If ang stress mo is here, less than Fy, meaning compression controlled. If ang stress mo is here, greater than Fy, parang ganyan mo yan. If ang stress mo is greater than Fy, so therefore, that's actually tension controlled. Now, if ang stress mo is somewhere in between Fy and 1000, then you are in the transition zone. So tayo, yung stress natin dito is actually less than, yung actual stress is less than, yung actual stress is less than Fy. So therefore, we are in the compression zone. So pag compression zone, sabi yung notes natin yan. Compression controlled, pag compression controlled, our P is automatic equal to 0.65. So ilagay ko na lang agad dito. Solution. P is equal to 0.65. Tapos pwede kong ilagay, take note, compression controlled. Again, bakit compression controlled? Fs is less than F. Okay. So with that, diretso na. Kukuha natin ang MU. Check natin ang MU. Palitan ko na lang agad, no? Yan. So, diretso na. I think, given man lahat, nakuha natin ang phi. Meron tayong FC prime. Ang A, meron tayong value ng A, 221. Ang B, meron ang depth. Tama, given na lahat. So, uy! Paano naging negative to? Sandali. D minus A. FC prime, ano ba yung value ng A? Oh, tama. Sandali. Dalawa pala yung value ng A, no? Na nalagay ko. Sana yung value ng A? Ito. Sorry, so yung ginamit na value is yung negative. So, i-declare na lang natin ulit. Ang A is equal to, yan pala, 221. So, yan, we have our, uy, ba't ang laki? Oh, tama. Ang unit pala nito is Newton millimeter. So, we will divide this one with 10 to the power of 6 para maging kilonewton meter. So, our answer will be 249.858. Okay? So, I hope naintindihan na for problem number 1. This is actually a singly reinforced beam. However, careful kayo, steel does not yield. Okay? Sige. If you have any questions or clarification, please do not hesitate to comment below. And if ever may mali ako sa solution, please i-point out inyo para ma-change ko agad or ma-comment ko yung mga corrections. Sige, maraming salamat sa panonood.